A big part of our strategy now, I mean, as I kind of spoke about earlier, with the partnership with Gimbal, who are a beaconing platform, is about taking people from watching TV, experiencing content on their mobile, and then actually driving footfall in store. So I think what we're seeing, with Web 3.0 is actually a convergence of physical and digital. So it's no longer just, a digital strategy versus a physical strategy. It's about how you can try and make those kind of come together and intertwine. So I think that's where we fit in terms of that, the next phase of the web. When somebody runs a campaign with us, for example, the TV campaign, we're able to tell them, where somebody was when they Shazammed, the time of day they Shazammed, whether they're fit into a specific age demographic bracket, whether they're male or female. And there's all information, I think, especially for TV brands, that they have a guesstimate on, but not necessarily, concretely, this is who I'm targeting, which can be quite interesting, I think, because on one side, I think sometimes brands think they have a target audience, and it can turn out to be completely different. But the information that we can provide them can help them sort of think about their strategy going forward. So I think that's definitely something that we can help in terms of just analysis and understanding who their consumers and who the people who are actually interacting with their brands are. Shazam should be the go-to to be able to kind of connect all of those strategies. And I think from my perspective, Web 3.0 and moving to the next phase is about having a connected strategy. It's about making your consumer feel like they're in charge, and giving them the freedom to kind of move between different mediums but have the same kind of consistent messaging and the same consistent experience. And I think we can do that just because, or we're trying to be able to do that at least because our technology should work, by the end of the year on all of those various different platforms. So, we're bringing even more of a value proposition to our user, and if our users are valuing Shazam more, or any of the brands that work with us, they kind of piggyback off that. So all of these kind of things are in sort of beta at the moment, in development. So we actually haven't done it yet, but essentially what you could have, if you think about an insert in, let's say, a fashion magazine that's advertising a particular store, somebody could actually Shazam to get that specific look of whatever the person in the ad was wearing, maybe to get, a voucher to actually drive footfall to a store, but would still enable them to kind of track, okay, we know that somebody actually Shazammed this print ad and now they're in store making a purchase, spending X amount of money. So I think for us, it's about making things trackable. That's the one thing that we've definitely sort of found with TV, but also increasing that I guess the propensity for a brand to engage with a user and to get them to do something, get them to actively engage and experience something that wouldn't necessarily have translated in the same way if, for example, in the print example, for them just to look at an ad and then sort of turn the page over.